Hello everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to set up higher order N puzzles. Okay, so here's what's required for the setup. You're going to need your 4x4 or any other higher order N. I'm going to use my 4x4, which is the Aosu WRM. You probably need a screwdriver. I use Celeritas for the main setup. I find that Celeritas works the best. But here are some options, alternative options I guess. So you have Candy Cane Lube from SCS, DNM37, and X. So I find that these lubes work pretty well. So you have kind of a slow, gummy feeling, also a really fast feeling. But I'm going to be using Celeritas because that's what I use best, or that's what I think is best. But again, if you don't have it, just use those. Okay guys, this is a quick editor's note. I didn't really talk about what you do with the core. So I've already disassembled and lubed my core. I used 50K right here, which worked really well, and then I adjusted my tensions from the stock tensions. If you got a let's say a premium cube, but you've had it for a long time, you need to clean it out, then you probably don't need to adjust the tensions. But if it is stock like mine was, I would recommend probably putting some lube around the core and tensioning it to where you find it reasonable. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is completely disassemble your 4x4. People that don't know how to do this, I'll quickly go over it. I have to take out one wing piece, just like that, then the centerpiece corresponding to it, just like that, and then keep taking apart the other piece on the other side, and take apart the bottom here, those two centers. Then you just take out these internal pieces. Whoops, they kind of go everywhere. But after that, the puzzle should be pretty easy to take apart. It should just come apart just like that. And there you go. Now it's completely disassembled. Okay, so I'm going to quickly show where you should clean for each piece. For the internal pieces, you really want to get all the contact points. So for this one, you're going to want to get right in there, and right here. Pretty much all the major spots. For this piece, what you're going to want to do is clean it around here and here. And then for the corner and wing, it's pretty self-explanatory. Contact pieces and just kind of around the stock here. Same thing for the center. But I thought I'd go over this just if people were curious of where to clean. That's what I usually do. And you really want it completely dry for Celeritas so it has the best effect. Okay guys, so I just disassembled the cube and now it's time to just assemble it again. So I'll show you how that works because it's a bit hard for 4x4. Okay, so a good place to start is have your core have two tiny internal pieces and have one larger internal piece. What I like to do is I like to put, just have one center facing me, put this edge in just like that, then put this one in, just like that, and then I'll put the last one in connecting to the other center. Okay, so I went ahead and put together this like two centers connected off camera because it's a bit hard to show because I use my chest and both my hands to kind of fix it, but I'll show you how I do it. So I take both two thumbs, or my thumb and my index finger, and I hold all of these pieces together and I try to fit this last one in. But yeah, this first one's the difficult one. Next we have to do the second one, so go ahead and do that one too. This one's a bit tricky. If you're having trouble, I recommend just putting one piece of tape across here, then doing that, and then taking it off. It adds a bit of stability to this last one so you don't mess it up, or the first one I mean. Okay, so once you have those two done right here, as you can see, these two done, the next step, which is a bit tricky, is getting this corner here. So you're going to put in one corner in the bottom, one centerpiece in the bottom, two wings, one corner, then one more edge, then these two centers. Then right here you have this last middle bridging centerpiece thing, the internals. And for this one, you're just going to put the one on the left right here, one in the middle, and then one on the right, which will lock it in place. And now you have a completed corner. You can kind of repeat this step on the other side. Okay, so I finished assembling it and just solving it after that. And now we're going to go ahead and apply the Celeritas lubes. So the first lube here is reagent A. This goes in first. I like to put less of reagent A and more of reagent B. So the first thing you're going to do is put one drop in the inner layer like that. And then I just do usually an X2, and then put one drop in the outer layer. Immediately after that, all you just want to do some turns, scramble it up. And this is really important, so just scramble it up and do a couple solves. I'm going to off camera do a couple solves, and this just spreads around reagent A all across the cube. After that, we'll go into the next step. Okay, so I went ahead and did 2 break and solves off camera. Feels pretty nice. Feels just nice and controllable right now. What we're going to do is add in reagent B. So we're going to put 2 drops in the inner layer. Just like that. 1, 2. Oops. And then do an X2 and do 2 in the outer layer, just like that. So what this does is when you add less reagent A, and you notice we added only 1 drop, it makes it faster once you add more reagent B. So the cube feels like it's literally gliding, and it feels really nice. So when you're turning, I'm putting in the same resistance, and it's not faster than it was, it just feels faster, and feels like it's gliding really well. You can just do U2 flips consistently on it. It has a really unique feeling. Wow, yeah, it feels really good. Just like pretty much all puzzles after Celeritas. And I really like it, and I enjoy it on big cubes. And the reason is, when you're doing all these turns, especially on a very big cube like a 7x7 or a 6x6, you're doing a lot of turns per solve, and you want it to be pretty effortless. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and yeah. I'm going to probably just put some solves at the end of this. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.